Hey everybody, it's day 7 of Pintober, and today we're going to make a Octoberfest pumpkin chili. And we tried a chili recipe a couple of weeks ago and it was just a little too sweet for us, so we wanted to give this one a try. I'll put a link to the blog in the description box. Also in the recipe it says that they used a crock pot. I do not have a crock pot, so we're going to adjust the recipe just to cook on the stove. And I'm going to show you the list of ingredients now. Okay, so the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of olive oil, 1 large diced sweet onion, 1 large green bell pepper, 1 jalapeno pepper diced up, a teaspoon of minced garlic, and 12 ounces of pumpkin beer, seasonal pumpkin beer. It does say that they use sausage, a pound of sausage, but I don't really care for sausage, so I'm going to use a pound of ground beef. And it also says to use 40 ounces of red kidney beans, but I couldn't find a 40-ounce can. I kind of thought that sounded like a lot of beans, so I got this 19-ounce can. It also calls for a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, 28-ounce can of tomato puree, 16 ounces of beef stock, and half a cup of pumpkin puree. And it also, there's several spices that it calls for, and it is half a teaspoon of coriander, and I had some dried coriander, and so I used that. 1 teaspoon cumin over here, and half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon pepper, 1.5 teaspoons chili powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic, and 2 teaspoons of honey, which is over here. I haven't taken that out yet. And so that's the list of ingredients. We also got some of this pretzel bread, and we're going to slice that open and put some garlic buttery stuff and some cheese in it and eat that with it. But I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and I will come back in a minute and show you some progress. Okay, so I have heated up the 2 teaspoons of olive oil in the pan over a medium heat, and I'm going to add the onions now. And you're just going to want to cook these until they're soft and translucent, and make sure that you stir frequently to keep it from burning on the bottom. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do after these are cooked. Okay, so our onions are ready now. It took about 3 minutes, and now we're going to add the bell pepper and the jalapeno pepper, and we're going to turn up the heat just a little bit. Not much, just a little, maybe medium-high, I guess, instead of medium. We're going to just add those in, cook those for a couple of minutes, and then we will be right back to show you what else you do. Okay, so we've let the peppers cook for a couple of minutes. Now we're going to add the garlic. And then we're going to let the garlic cook for about a minute, and then we will come right back. So it's been about a minute, and what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the heat up to high, and we're going to add the hamburger meat, or the ground beef, and the seasonings all in there. And we're going to break this up, and we're going to cook it until the meat is brown. Then we'll be back. Okay, so the meat is brown now, and we're going to turn the heat down to medium-high heat, and we're going to add our beer. And then we're going to let this simmer for a few minutes, and then we will be back. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, and we're ready to put in our honey now. And then you're going to let this simmer for about a minute after you get the honey in. Okay, it's been about a minute, and so now we're just going to add all of our canned ingredients in there. And I went ahead and drained the beans. It didn't really say to, but I thought it would be too much liquid, and I went ahead and drained and rinsed them. So there's that. Just get all of this put in. It also says in the recipe that it is being used for a crock pot and that you should cook it for 4 to 6 hours. But like I said, it's in a crock pot and we're doing this on the stove, and so the time is a lot different. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let this simmer for about an hour, and then we're going to come back and try it, test it, and make sure, just to give it time for all the flavors to come together. Okay, so it's been about an hour, and here is our finished Octoberfest pumpkin chili with a few modifications. Not long after the chili had started simmering, we tested it, and it was pretty bland. It had a lot of tomatoes in it, a very strong tomato flavor. So we went ahead and we put just basically doubled all the seasonings. And you could actually probably put like a whole cup of pumpkin rather than just the half a cup, because it's not really all that pumpkin-y. We also added about a half a teaspoon of allspice, and that actually made it taste pretty good. It turned out, I think, fine with the modifications. We also took the pretzel bun and we cut it in half. I made this garlic and chive butter, just a couple of tablespoons of softened butter, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of chives, and mixed that up, slathered it on the bottom, popped it under the broiler just to toast it for just like 30 seconds or so. Took it back out, put some grated cheese on top, put it back in just to melt the cheese, got it back out, put the top on, just to have something to go with the chili. And I think I'm going to go ahead and taste it and see, because I haven't tasted it since it's been cooking for a very long time. Let's see what it tastes like. It's very hot. It's actually really good though. It's not super pumpkin-y, but it's good. It tastes good. So that's it for our chili, and I will have another video out tomorrow. And if you like this video, please comment and like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.